Wow. So who's what? Oh, is it time? All right, calm down. I'll start sharing my screen. You can start. All right, it's all yours. Wow, 33% don't even graduate? Yikes. Oh, you made a present? All right, cool. So this is what we did. And you can see that the first thing that we did was we started out with some sketch designs. So what we did is we created some designs that would walk through the users or the college students, the four different scenarios that we had talked about. May that be, if they already knew what major they wanted versus they knew what they're interested in, or a career that they wanted, or a lifestyle, meaning what their monthly expenses would be, and then what the annual salary required to support that, just to experience, different paths. And then after we created those mockups, we then created a website using Squarespace, as well as four individual web pages that corresponds with those four different options. We then try to link that with MailChimp, only to discover that there is no direct way of connecting the two. So we had to use Zapier to essentially take the data from Squarespace forums and then import it into MailChimp, which would then send out the email campaigns. And then on the 13th, we created the various ads to be used on Meta. And they were carousel ads targeting the United States, ages between 18 and 26, and those that were in college. And we thought we were ready to go, only to discover that no, our ads as well as our accounts got restricted, essentially frozen. And it took about 2 weeks to unfreeze it. But at the time, we didn't know it was going to take 2 weeks. We thought it might be longer. And so, as you can see, we had to ended up talking to Meta support, Meta marketing, and then Facebook's account quality before it would be unfrozen, and then we could restart the ads on the 29th. But during that time, because we didn't know when it was going to be unfrozen, we ended up looking at other methods of gaining data, one of which was Reddit. We ended up doing a lot of reading of the various subreddits, college and college majors. We asked questions, and then we also conducted polls. And then we also, after the ads were republished, we ended up having, waiting for the data to come in. And so we didn't know how much data we would have. So we ended up reaching out to Carlo, who was a career engagement specialist at Seattle University, to interview him. And then after we started getting all this data and insights, we decided, well, that's from the side of mainly students. And we're curious as to how recruiters sought candidates who are recent graduates. So we reached out to 4 different people on LinkedIn, and we got a response from Ringo, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So here are the results of our research, or our little experiments and so forth. The first is the polls. So the first poll we did, we just did an ad hoc because we were just panicking at the moment. And then after we did the initial poll, we decided, wait, we should create a proper poll that has more alignment with the 4 different options that we thought about. So we created a poll of how do you pick your majors based upon interest, major, job, and lifestyle. And then the interview with Carlo was very insightful. He essentially stated that most high school students do not know what they want to do after graduating, which makes sense, and that most college students also don't pick their majors until after their first or second year. That's mainly because they're trying out different, courses, classes, and figuring out what they like or dislike. They also stated that information and exposure actually does, in fact, help to make decisions. Carlo actually thought that the idea of an app that would give them these potential future paths to try them out would be beneficial. And then these are the results from the actual ads itself. You can see that we spent about $173 for a click-through rate for all four of those options, under 1%. And then from that, you can see that the actual unique page views we got, and then the form submissions, we got a total of 5 form submissions. And then from those 5 form submissions, we had a 0 open rate. So nobody opened our email campaigns. And so the key learnings were that ads alone are not sustainable customer acquisition strategies. That career had the highest click-through rate, but that was different from the subreddit polls, which had the interest as being the highest. And that we actually got way more learning from engaging in subreddits as well as engaging with Carlo. So that is our overall result. So what are some of the next steps we're planning on doing? So when we were having the interview with Carlo, we actually asked him if it would be possible to collaborate with the Siena University Career Engagement Office. He stated that he would ask and get back to us. And then also we got a response back from Ringo, and we're hoping to interview with him later this week to get a better sense of what HR folks are looking for in a college student. All right, that's it. Thanks, everyone.